social media pranks are becoming progressively more pathetic.
Can we help you? Get you out of this class? You're in this classroom, man. So.
Who are you?
I'm the professor.
Babe, this isn't funny. You can't play hide and seek with a blind person. You know that ain't right.
Get you settled, okay?
Where's the door?
That's right. Out the door, my friend.
But now with their so-called DoorDash prank, one student has simply had enough.
DoorDash for Ricky?
Legit?
Yeah, you ordered IHOP?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a distraction. Did you buy the syrup by chance?
The syrup?
Yeah.
Let me check. Are you sure you ordered syrup?
Bro, you guys do this every time.
You don't even order DoorDash. You don't even deserve syrup. You didn't even leave me a good tip. Like what? And what do you mean?
You make mistakes. Who the hell are you?
Bro, you
get it. Nobody likes you.
Dog, don't grab my bag.
My stuff.
Yo, whoa, what's going on here? Let go of the bag. Don't put your hands on us. Don't put your hands on us. Don't put your hands on us. I don't know who you think you are. I don't know who the you think you are. I don't give a what are you gonna do?
Get out of the I don't know you. Don't touch me.
No, who the you think you are?
I'm trying to learn. Get out.
You're trying to learn?
Yeah, get out.
Clearly you ain't learning. You're in our face. You should be paying attention.
No.
Yo, you're like staring into my eyes, bro. I'm scared. Just please chill out. You're scaring me right now. I'm scared.
You're going to FSU.
I love how Blue Shirt is simultaneously squaring up with three dudes standing below them on a staircase, and somehow he's the only person that doesn't look scared at this possible confrontation in a college classroom. Because I think the most important aspect about all of this is not the three guys pranking a college class. I just see the product of three failed fathers squaring up and subsequently scurrying away from one dude in a blue shirt. And if they're somehow offended and angry at my assessment of social media pranks being a symptom of daddy issues, your emotional response at my words only reinforces my belief that your father has failed you. And imagine paying tens of thousands of dollars to attend a college course just to be distracted by dudes that have nothing better to do than to try to make it big on TikTok. And with interest rates what they are right now, I kinda understand why Blue Shirt Chad got so angry and was willing to risk it all. That's why it's great we have the sponsor for today's video, PDS Debt. Even though it's an uncomfortable subject, I think everybody accumulates more debt than they should in their life, as it can slowly spiral out of control when you combine car loans, student loans, medical bills, and most painfully, self-inflicted credit card debt. When even if you're making payments every single month, sometimes these balances still won't go down. And speaking from experience, I really wish I had something as convenient and cost-effective as consolidating all that debt into one low monthly payment. So now PDS Debt is offering Decoy Voice listeners a free debt assessment, where you can learn how to consolidate your credit cards, medical bills, personal loans, and even debt already in collections. And you can potentially save thousands with PDS Debt, which is a top-rated company on Google with a A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. And right now, PDS Debt is offering a free debt analysis that only takes 30 seconds. So head over to pdsdebt.com/decoyvoice to get your free debt assessment today. Because sadly, colleges can't seem to operate without interruptions anymore, as even UCLA's welcome ceremony gets interrupted by protesters. Which, where's an angry Asian when you need him?
Hey! This is library.
It's funny because even on hyper-liberal Reddit's r/UCLA, the posters are angry at the protesters, and actually make great points on the hypocrisy of people that permit themselves to interrupt society, but not others. But they can't expect much intelligence to remain in colleges when they drop the SAT and ACT scores for admission, and then admit kids with college essays that just say #BLM 100 times and actually accept that student. So no wonder these kids get out of college expecting pay nowhere near their actual worth, being so severely in debt that sometimes their only way out of it is when the Democrats are desperate enough to try to buy their vote through loan forgiveness. Maybe that's why these college-age kids are taking to TikTok to make the dumbest content possible.
But why? What's the reason?
Kindly, just
what did I do though? What's the reason? That's not. I don't get it.
I'm pretty sure you've hear from other stores that
I'm being escorted by like 5 staff members. I literally don't know what's going on here. Like overwhelmed. My car won't even like fit. Like what am I supposed to do here?
Even bothering an In-N-Out Burger.
Hey, come here, you mother. Come here, you mother.
And even worse, Burger King. Now, I personally can understand the irony of someone like me that could be categorized as a social media influencer criticizing people for trying to build a career on social media. But that's also kind of the running joke I do, where I don't have many ad reads on this channel, but when I do, they're usually on videos that are making fun of those that can't, because I understand the allure of foregoing a college education and a life behind a cubicle and a time clock, doing something that you would not be if it wasn't for the need of food and health insurance. So I don't blame anybody trying to find success on social media, but I do blame the shoe-sized IQ attempts that have absolutely zero understanding of what that success actually includes. Whether it's that not Somalian kid or these idiots on college campuses and fast food restaurants, I think they all see these somewhat successful channels like Jack getting smacked all the way into wealth and somehow think that can be their pathway into the same, having absolutely zero understanding of the circumstantial reasons of why it's working for him, whether it's the fact that he was a kid YouTuber or that the reason he allows himself to get decked is to promote girls and their spicy pages. They can't see or even comprehend the actual reason certain people are making a living off this. They just see the nuisance part of their online presence and only emulate that, not to mention the fact that this content is sadly spreading into the next generation, where these two kids on Kick live stream snatching random people's meals.
Put your hand in my food again, and I'm throwing all of your phones. I will. How old are you? 5? Do you think I go flying? Do you? All right, hold up. Do you?
Where his friend actually looks like he's gonna square up with her. And again, nobody sees this and thinks future livestream millionaires with their innovative content of bugging ladies eating lunch. No, even if we don't label it the same exact way, we all see this as fatherless behavior of some kids silently screaming, "Help. I never had a strong parental figure in my life to teach me how to properly act in society. Somebody please discipline me," which again is just the male version of daddy issues. But in certain circumstances, TikTok pranks actually result in valuable life lessons.
Hey, I left my glasses. Do you know what time it is? What does that say to you? Maybe his eyes are off. It says like it's time to get your number, right?
Oh wait.
For what?
That's my wife.
Oh, that's your wife?
Yes, that's my wife.
No, you need to get away from that.
I just asked what time it was.
You gotta watch. It's 5:57. Go.
Yo, they got a camera trying to record this.
You want a camera?
Hey, wait.
Get the off me.
Chill, brother. You. Hit me in the face, it didn't do.
It hurt.
Now obviously if this guy gets a bump in his viewership, he's probably gonna go right back into this content, thinking it's somehow a positive thing that he's getting randomly punched over what he wants to be his job. But what I'm afraid to see is, these two giant men shown great restraint as they both had their significant others to force them into it. But what happens when they don't have their wives there? And this kid is thinking he's on his way to 6,000 followers when he's actually on a path down 6 feet. Because just like that not Somalians nonsense we recently covered, I saw how he's now being deported, but then got pressed by random Russians in the street, and then was one of the only people roaming the streets during the attack, which took me all my strength to not super chat something mean. Now I was sick of covering him, so I ignored it, although I admit I'm not perfect, because when I heard he was possibly gonna be on the No Jumper podcast, I thought about showing up to that. But even after just a second of self-reflection, I can acknowledge that's not the reason I want to go viral and grow my audience. Because the problem with these jacks, Johnnies, or idiots on college campuses is even if they could build a career of being the punchline of a joke that is their sad existence, there's no pivoting away from being the digital village idiot. People don't subscribe because they want to see you get shelled in a city that's in peril, but then when it inevitably doesn't happen, they now think you're so interesting and will want to see your life story. No, you're stuck in a situation where you have to constantly outdo yourself, and as your audience gets slowly desensitized to your last stunt, your next prank has to be progressively more pathetic. And I could personally find no sadder career path than doing this, being seen by maybe 20 people and having to brainstorm something worse to do. And then the best case scenario is none of your friends and family actually see it, but the worst case is they do. So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription, then go check out what happens when a nuisance streamer actually tries to cancel me, only for it to backfire royally.